Hey guys, welcome to this episode of the Muhdo Hub podcast. Today we're joined by not just one James, but two James. We've got James Locke with us and James Brown. How are you, mate?
Really well.
Yeah?
Really well, yeah.
Good. Happy to be back in the UK?
Do you know what I'm saying? It's mixed, like a mixed emotions,
Yeah.
you know. I missed it for a brief 5 minutes. Now I'm back here. I'm like, what am I doing?
And you brought the sunshine with you as well,
Brought my
right?
son with me. You see how long it lasts.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. So, James, we are here today to discuss the Muhdo Hub supplements and our tests. We're going to speak about what Lockie's doing with Lockie's Fitness, how we're collaborating, and let's get into it.
Yeah, sure. So before you get your results, which will be in the next couple of weeks, what would you... You go to the gym a fair bit, I'd say.
Yeah.
How many days a week are you training?
Do you know, so at the minute, because of the business projects I've got going on, it's not as regular as I would like. But I used to try and go every day, really. And that sounds like even do a little bit, because going to the gym, how my brain works is so erratic, it calms me down. So whether I'm doing, cardio or I'm doing a weights training session, just getting to the gym in the morning calms my mind. But lately I haven't been able to, because again, business got to come first.
Yeah, sure. So would you say, before you see your results, would you say you are more genetically suited to endurance or strength?
Do you know something? I prefer strength.
Yep.
But different points in my life, I've had to train for different things. So especially like when I was younger, doing different sports, I've always done like multiple sports, whether it's swimming or something like karate or football or rugby. It's always been quite well rounded. As I've got a bit older, I've more ventured into more strength training. I've gone through different periods again, where I wanted to bulk up or where I wanted to look lean. But then with TV, they don't want you huge.
Yeah, sure.
So they want you, aesthetic. Not fitness model, but aesthetic.
Yeah.
Well, that was Towie. Let's say Towie or one of these, like a Made in Chelsea, something like that would want that look. But then of late, the last shows that I did was The Challenge, a show called The Challenge, which is in the US, which is a fitness-based show. So for that, I had to train cardio, because that's a lot of endurance, and it's strength and endurance.
Okay.
So it's a lot of like, how could you describe it? It's like triathlons.
Okay.
It's like a triathlon with a bit extra in terms of, or like an Ironman or something like a tough
Tough butter.
Tough rudder, yeah.
Okay,
Tough
okay,
Mudder,
yeah.
Bit, you do like
Tough brother, was that?
Tough brother.
That's a new, there we go. Got a new version.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. But yeah, when you're basically you're running, you're carrying packs. Like you're running, you got a partner, and you're both linked together. So you ain't just you sprinting off. So you got, if your partner can't keep up or your partner stops,
No man left behind.
you're fucked, really.
Yeah, sure.
You like to swear on this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll just, anyway, yeah. Okay, so you're fucked. Then you're getting to different, you're carrying a weight on you as well, and then you're getting to different points, and then you have to do challenges.
Right.
So it's all different stuff. Sometimes it's mental, math questions or puzzles, and then sometimes it's like hanging off a rope or like hanging off a rope and trying to cut it using your own body weight. It's all weird. Sometimes a bit circusy, but it's a bit out there. Obviously, it's got to be a bit extra because it's for TV, isn't it? So you know what the Americans are like anyway. They love it. Something a bit extra. Yeah. So
What would you say you're genetically better at?
I don't know. Strength.
Strength.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think with in relation to DNA testing and stuff, it's still a bit of a misconception that people seem to think that your DNA is your DNA and you've got to train or live your life according to your DNA. I mean, your DNA, how to put this, is it's not your fate, it's your foundation.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like if your genes are the bullet in the gun, but your lifestyle pulls the trigger. So you don't have to. If you're predisposed to being really good at long distance running, it doesn't mean you have to do it. You get, like, gravitas to things that you enjoy. So that's the main thing in the gym, I think.
That's what I try and do. And see, for me, obviously genetics do play a massive, they do sway you into certain categories because, I would say when you're talking about if I'm more cardio based, or more strength based, the thing is I was a sprinter. I was very quick.
Okay.
When I was even when I was strength training, I've always been quick.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the way. It's not. I won't say I'm an endurance. Where I'm a long distance runner, but I can run a 5K and run it quite quick. But I'm not.
I mean, that's that fast twitch muscle fibre.
Yeah,
as well,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You
yeah,
think
yeah.
about like so Chris Hoy, legs like that, powerful sprinter, and then Chris Froome, who's skinny, and
completely.
you know, it's the same, not the same sport, but you think riding a bike's going to be the same thing. So you can be a powerful guy and still be fast.
So what would you say?
That's what I'm trying to say. I'd put being powerful and strong. I mean, in terms of speed and strength in one category. I wouldn't say. Do you know what I'm saying? But some people would class that as endurance.
Okay.
Yeah, but I would put that. When I go and do cardio, I do uphill sprints.
Okay.
Because that's quick.
Yeah.
Quick blast.
Quick blast. I don't want to run and do 5Ks. The only times I've ever had to do a 5K or done 5Ks was for a competition where I had to run, 5 mile to win something, win a prize. But it ain't something that I would, I don't enjoy it.
So what would you say your top 3 exercises in the gym are?
Top 3 would be it's weights training at the minute. That's what I'm getting in now. I'm normally doing full bodies, which is fat burning and muscle building, because that's all I can do at the minute. But if I had a choice, I would be doing cardio. I'll be doing proper splits where I'm doing weights and cardio. But when I say cardio, I'm doing either on the bike, uphill walks or uphill sprints. Then maybe go and do something like a bit of jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai, something like that, because it just, not that I ever want to start fighting, but it's just it just breaks it up.
Stimulates your brain as well, right?
Yes, it keeps so you don't get bored.
Yeah, I'm totally the same. If I'm sitting there running on a treadmill, I'm thinking about a million different things apart from...
Yeah, and if I'm just walking, don't get me wrong, I get a lot done. See me as a person anyway, I find it, like, obviously I can sit in and have a conversation sitting down, but when I'm doing business, I've got a problem. I need to walk.
Okay.
So people think I'm nuts. I'm walking, I'm just constantly walking about, but I need to be walking and thinking, and then that's how I solve problems. If I sit still, even if you pace it up and down in the house, like if I'm sitting there and someone gives me a problem, I get stressed, and the next minute your energy changes. Yeah, it changes. I've been around my dad. I've been staying at my dad since I've been back, and he's like fucking hell, like you're a fear. What's the matter with you? Calm down. But the problem is, what I'm trying to, my mind is so overactive that and also I've got so many different ventures that I'm doing.
Of course,
sometimes I should slow down, maybe not try and spread myself too thinly. The thing is, when these opportunities arise, they're such good opportunities, especially with what I'm doing at the minute. I'm like, and the thing is, they all tie into each other because they're all part of the whole ethos behind what I believe in, fitness, balanced lifestyle. So I'm trying to do all these things, but you can quite quickly, especially on the day where you're getting problems with that business, it can escalate very quickly.
Yeah, of course.
I think there's a really interesting point you made about, going to the gym, keeping your mind busy, how people wanted you to look on TV.
Yeah.
You can be fit, physically fit, but mentally healthy and healthy all over is definitely like a big mindset change for a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
Looking after your cognitive function as well as your physical.
So holistic health.
Yeah.
Not just aesthetically, how you're actually functioning holistically, the whole body. And you actually answered this already. I was going to say, what time of the day do you find you're most effective in the gym?
Yeah, I need to go in the morning because if I go first thing in the morning, I wake up early. I'm up at 5, 5, 6. So if I can get to the gym straight away, I need to get it done, because once the phone starts ringing, you're on your own business. Like this is your business. You don't stop. It's 24/7, and it's if you're not working, you're still thinking about work, aren't you? So things constantly, So when I get up, in my mind, when I wake up, that's when it's worst. I wake up, like sometimes I wake myself up because of what's going on in my head.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So don't get me wrong, it's all positive. Like what I'm doing, I enjoy it. But of course, like any business, it's a lot going on, and it's all great. It's all working to the same goal, moving towards the same goal. But with any business, you can't relax. You can't relax, especially when you're in the businesses I've got in a minute. They're building still. They're still at the foundation level. They're building. You need to lay strong roots.
Yeah, sure.
Otherwise, you're going to get problems later on. So I want to iron out the problems. Yeah. So you're always going to have teething problems or hiccups bumps along the road. But I want to try and iron out as much as possible at the beginning.
Because that's genetically hardwired. Your circadian rhythm, your 24-hour body clock. You've got lots of genes involved in that. Your metabolism, releasing melatonin. Do you know your chronotype?
No.
Do you know your chronotype? No. Okay. So there's 4 basic types. I'll give you the description. Let me know which one you think you are. So you get up at sunrise, go to bed at sunset. You get up early, like an early night. You can't get to sleep or stay asleep, and you're not a morning person. You prefer the evenings. Which of those do you think?
Oh, I'm a night owl.
So are you the can't get to sleep?
Can't get to sleep. Wake up, get up later.
You're a dolphin.
Yeah, I will stay
awake all night. So what would you say you are?
I get up early, but I go to bed late.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, right, okay.
I actually get up because I've got so much on. I'm torn between two because
Okay.
I'm up early.
Yeah.
You know, because problems. That's when you want to be dealing with the problems. But then I'm still thinking about problems late at night.
Do you go to bed late because you need to stay up with work? If you had your own choice,
I nap.
would you go? Would you
I
go
nap.
to
No,
bed?
I
I
nap.
nap.
I have a power nap.
Yeah, 'cause when I nap, I feel that
Okay.
is a power.
Okay.
I think
like
it's
a power
really interesting
trait.
as well, right? Like a lot of people, like, you know, there's the 5 a.m. books and stuff like that. Get up, get it done before.
Yeah.
But some people are just not
Well,
hardwired
look at Winston
like
Churchill.
that.
He got up at midday, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, I literally know that if I get up at 5, 6 a.m., I ain't getting nothing.
Because you've got the bear. The bear gets up at sunrise and goes to bed sunset. You've got the lion that gets up early, lights an early night.
Yeah.
You've got the dolphin, can't get to sleep or stay asleep.
Yeah.
And then you've got the wolf, doesn't like the mornings, can stay up all night. So you've got those four basic ones.
Yeah. I think if with me, I'm like, I'll get up when I wake up and then I need to kind of get into the day and then I'll just stay awake all night, carry on working, whatever, I'm fine. And I get my best work done when everyone else is asleep. You know, I'm the opposite of that. I know when I get the best out of myself.
Okay.
And trying to do it in the morning for me is a struggle, and I think it's important for everyone to find out what works for them as well, right? Instead of trying to fit into a tick box exercise.
Yeah. I mean, your chronotype is hardwired, but your lifestyle is going to dictate certain things as well, like you said, because you're busy. You can't go to bed at 8 o'clock. You've got to go to bed at midnight or 1 o'clock. You've got loads of work to get done.
But if I had a choice, I think, look, I'd get up early.
Yeah.
See all this stuff when people are going, they've done, you see these things on Instagram and people have done half their day.
Yeah,
you know, they're trying to,
by 4
I think that's all
o'clock.
bollocks. I think it's just all this, because it's funny how they all jump on, they all follow suit, don't they?
Yeah.
I think that's all bollocks because when you're in business, you are 24/7, so you ain't getting everything done because you're still got to be on the phone. They try and make out they've done everything by 12 and then they're sitting there relaxing around the pool.
Of course.
That's all. I think that's just when they're
that's
trying to lure you
clickbait.
into a scam.
Just
People online, come and do
Oh, mate.
drop shipping with me.
Exactly. Yeah. Look at my Lamborghini I rented this
completely.
weekend.
So we've done training diet-wise, and I know we've spoken about this before.
Yeah.
You tend to fast.
I tend to fast.
What do you normally? What's your normal days eating?
Normal days eating. At the minute, that's gone out the window again because, like, if I was trying to get in shape for something, I would cut bread out completely. I cut a few foods out. Plus, I've got food intolerances, quite severe with certain things. But then, my intolerances are so severe. Anything, all the best sources of protein, like eggs, stuff like that, I can't eat that. Dairy, so I'd be fucked if I have to. Just sometimes I do it. Even yesterday, I popped out to my friend's restaurant. I had something to eat, and I'm bloated still. Even sleeping through the night, I've woke up and I'm bloated where my body can't digest it. But what I would try and do normally is fast. Obviously, minimum 12 hours, between 8 p.m. Only water or tea or whatever. From 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. or 10 a.m. or if I'm training for something, it'd be like to midday. I'll skip breakfast altogether. And then go straight into lunch. Maybe and then have like lunch and then dinner and have maybe something in between.
Did your kind of food intolerances come into play like as a kid, or have they progressively got worse when you're older?
I think they've got worse, definitely, especially when you introduce alcohol and stuff like. Because alcohol's not good for the gut. I think when you're, and especially with what I'm doing, I've got an alcohol brand, but it's like with what I've done with the TV stuff. Or any business, when you're going out, it's very hard when you're doing deals with people and you're having a glass of wine. Sometimes it's people, you get it. They think you're being rude if you're not having a drink with them. What you're not drinking. You've just done a deal. Like they look at you like that, and you can't. Well, you got to try and explain yourself. So normally it's just easier just to have a glass of wine or whatever. But I think alcohol does affect your diet or the way your body processes food massively.
Yeah, massively. I mean, one area that we look at, an area that I've been specialising in for best part of 20 years, we look at genetic inefficiencies, not nutritional deficiencies, your ability for your genes to absorb and do what they need to get all the nutrients out of your food. Do you think most people would probably think that their genes have any sort of bearing on absorbing vitamins and minerals? Or do you think they overlook it?
I don't think people overthink. I don't think people really look into that too much. People get obsessed with what the media tells them, so calorie counting, stuff like that. Or whatever their so-called celebrity person they like to follow.
Of course.
You know, whatever they're doing, they seem to want to copy them because even though not most of the time they're not actually doing the diet they're telling you, it's normally a crash diet where they're nearly killing themselves.
Of course.
But they're trying to sell a product.
Yeah.
So people get sucked into things. Everyone's obsessed at the minute with calories. I think it's moving more into protein now. They just stick protein on everything now. So people see as soon as it's got protein on something, even though it's got it's got that protein in it, but then it's also got a load of sugar or a load of shit in it.
Course,
and they just go and buy it because they think that's healthy. But that's another thing at the minute. People, education is a massive thing. People need to be educated, but they don't want to listen, or they do listen, but you know, it takes a like you own a fitness brand, so you're very much involved with it. It's something that you need to be. It's a lifestyle.
Don't you think as well, like, especially for me when I was younger, like none of this stuff was looked at. Like,
no, of course.
You know, I go to school and you get like fried chicken and chips, and you walk down the high street and get whatever. And now I see like a whole kind of generation of like kids and people coming up that are way more mindful of what they're doing because they're digesting content like what you're putting out, you know.
No pun intended.
Digesting. That's good, isn't it?
That's one.
Teleworking marketing. But like the mind shift's changing for a lot of
completely,
people, right? And I think the product that we're bringing to the table gives everyone that information to know from the source and a hard source. You know, this is facts. This is your DNA.
Well, everyone's drowning in information, but it's knowing what information is right for you. You don't want to be following generic recommendations, and I guess that's where a genetic test cuts through that noise a little bit because it's aligned specifically to you.
Yes.
I mean, I just was going to mention around specific vitamins and minerals. B12 injections seem to be like a massive thing at the moment. They've been for a number of years.
The drips, the drips
anyway.
the
IV drips and things.
Yeah.
But they might work, they might not work. I mean, the way that B12 works, there's different genes involved in it, and depending on your stomach acid and intrinsic factor, and there's genes associated with transportation and the metabolism. But you can inject yourself with B12, but you might not have the genes that can metabolize it at the other end.
Yeah.
So again, understanding simplistically how your body and your genetic cards are dealt, then you can sidestep things and be a bit more, I guess, clued up on certain areas.
So you're basically renting stuff if you're not digesting it.
You're just renting vitamins and they're coming straight back out again.
So you're just basically here's my cash, I'll borrow this for a little while, and it's going to flow back through the system.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think
it's completely like that.
Yeah, like some food groups.
Definitely. But it's also interesting as well when your test comes back. Obviously, your lifestyle's changed massively over the last couple of years. We can now see, and I'm probably slightly biased, we can now see from a simple saliva test how fast you're actually aging. How well do you think you're going to be doing? Do you think you're going to be Benjamin Button or Yoda at the end of it?
Do you know what I'm saying? I like to think I was Benjamin Button, but again, lifestyle. It's when I'm drinking. Listen, when you drink, the next day you look rough. You can you can tell that's what it's. That's the immediate effect, but you can tell it's having a knock-on effect and aging you. And I'm very conscious. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I feel like I looked the best when I went completely sober for 6 months. Yeah. I felt the best. But what I'm trying to do at the minute is limit. You know, back in the day, a few years ago, especially when I was on, Towie in the golden years, I was at parties, events. I was up and down the country going to all these different events, and you're drinking constantly.
Yeah.
It does age you. It does age. It definitely ages you. But what's good about me is the balance is, even though at the minute, even then, I'm always getting water. I'm getting 3 to 4 litres of water in every day, and I'm still eating clean most of the time. Yeah. So I feel like that's helped me a lot. But
you must have quite a good mindset, like quite strong mentally to, like you said about maybe not having a drink when you're doing a business deal or like cutting out bread, or you just said you went sober for 6 months. Yeah. Like, how mentally strong do you think you are as well?
This thing, again, it's a weird one because, like, I can be so disciplined and not drink, and then I can, like now I've fasted, I can fast. I can carry on fasting if I wanted to, and I can, if I need to get in shape for something, I can do it. If I need to go and run, I'll go and run. But the problem, again, is it's like binging. If I start eating shit, I'll just carry on eating a load of crap. And then the same with a drink. If I have a drink, I'm not a sociable drinker, in the sense that I won't just go have 1 or 2 pints. I don't drink beer. Yeah. So if I drink, I'm fucking going for it.
Of course.
Having a session.
We look at psychological traits as well, and there's one area that's quite interesting that I always gravitate to when I'm talking to people. Do you think you're more of a warrior with an A or a worrier with an O? Do you tend to overthink things, or are you quite pig-headed, do you think?
No, I overthink massively.
Yeah. You think you'd be a warrior?
Yeah, I
overthink.
I overthink things too much. And, that gives you, anxiety, and that's the fear of tomorrow. You should live in the I try and keep myself in the present, and like I said, when I'm healthy, I am a lot more relaxed about situations. Drinking, I can't solve problems. When you're drunk, that's it.
And the next day, you are the problem.
No, it's a problem. But then you're trying. I can't be getting problems the next day.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, and when you've got a business to build, and the problem again, this is a problem in itself. I'm going out. I've got a fitness brand there, and I've got a tequila brand, which I know people think is opposite ends of the spectrum, but they actually complement each other because, like I said, it's about a balanced lifestyle. But you're constantly taking these drinks to investors, partners, distributors, or people that of relevance. So you're tasting it with them. So you're drinking constantly, you know what I'm saying? And then you're still trying to do business. It makes it difficult.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we look
at
it's
a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot.
You've got to deal with the other side of it as well. I mean, we look at, you're definitely going to be a workaholic. I can tell you the result before that comes back. Obsessiveness, OCD?
Yes, OCD, definitely.
Pessimist or optimist?
No, I think I'm an optimist.
Okay.
I'm quite I practice affirmations and gratitude.
Okay.
I would say I'm an optimist.
Okay.
Yeah, but I do worry about things. I know, but I do worry about things. But I've always been quite lucky.
Okay.
Whether there's someone looking down at me or I don't know, but
Sure.
I've always been touch wood. I've always landed on my feet.
Yeah.
So everything always. Again, I'm quite spiritual in a way where I believe everything does happen for a reason, good or bad. I've had a few dramas of late with bits of business with people involved, but then it's actually a blessing because it's happening now. If you look at it from the point of view, I just had a conversation then with one of my partners, but if you look at it where it's cleared, this business is just about to pop. This tequila, the fitness business is there and it's growing, it's doing really well. This tequila business, the interest from it is going to go, this is going to be crazy, right? Yeah. And everyone's excited, the amount of interest from big people as well, and we're just structuring the business now. But we had to clear out a few people, and because they wasn't on the same vision, and a couple of people that are not on your same vision is a problem. They can cause serious problems, and they're gone now though. Just before it's about to pop out, just before it's about to blow, they've gone, which is a blessing. So you got to look at it. You got to take a step back sometimes. It's quite easy to go, oh fuck,
of course.
Well, it's all going wrong. But if you take a step back, breathe. And then analyse it, it's normally working in your favour. Yeah,
and I think understanding these traits as well, because a lot of people beat themselves up. I overthink things a lot, I feel sad a lot, but if you know you're genetically hardwired to feel like that, you don't have to beat yourself up. I think it's probably quite refreshing to a lot of people.
I think certain supplements can help with that,
Definitely,
as well.
Yep.
See, again, that used to be a go-to. See, drinking, so you're drinking to forget.
Of course,
Drinks are depressant. Except for tequila. Tequila is actually an upper, but I'm not saying go and drink tequila.
Okay.
Out of anything, I would go. My tequila is my go-to. This is how this brand come about, Syrah, because it's my go-to. You know, it is the only upper. It's the healthiest for me. It is the healthiest alcohol. People say, "Oh, vodka, gin." No, vodka and gin put you on a downer. Especially gin. The next day, that turns you into. It changes. That changes you. Everyone I know drinks gin. Changes their character. Tequila is the only one for me that is an upper, and the next day you can get up and I don't feel the anxiety as if I drink the other stuff, or definitely if I mix them, it's a problem. But you stick to tequila. I know people like to try and have a couple of wines. No, just purely tequila. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, and I actually preach that, and that's something that I actually do myself. I believe in it strongly.
Okay. In relation to longevity, supplements-wise, what have you historically taken? I know there's so much around at the moment, hot cold therapies, different supplements, different face creams, and longevity is such a big marketplace now. Is there anything that you've always done, routines that you've always done?
Well, at the minute, I think the massive phase at the minute, you've got all these other supplements like lion's mane, ashwagandha. Is that ashwagandha? That's it. I don't think the only person I know can say that correctly, but you've got that, lion's mane, shilajit. You know the one, shilajit. But collagen's massive. I've always taken proteins, multivitamins, and proteins like vitamin C. Like I've overdosed on vitamin C.
What's good for collagen?
Yeah. Magnesium. That's powerful for me. That's an underrated supplement. People don't realise how powerful magnesium is. And zinc. And zinc. I've always taken multivitamins, but then specifically, OD'd on certain things.
Yeah, of course.
But you know what I'm
a
saying?
lot of people do. I think everyone's trying to, as you get to the later stages in life, you're trying to sidestep the wrinkles, the dry skin.
That's collagen of late. Collagen of late. Yeah.
I mean, the collagen. People. I don't think people realise how powerful a good collagen supplement is. Vitamin C is very important as well. Beta carotene, some people have got good skin. Again, genetically, some people have got better skin than others because they can convert beta carotene found in carrots into provitamin A. And we all hear on various adverts, provitamin A, retinol is really good for you. But some of us are really blessed at converting that carrot into it, and some of us aren't. So again, it's just knowing these little bits of information and then tweaking your diet a little bit.
And James, how do you know what supplements to take?
I don't listen to doctors. There's a doctor that I follow. I can't think what his name is now, but there's a doctor, and even with diet, can I be honest with you, like I followed him because what he says, he's got a big following for like a few mil. But what he says, actually, I was half on that path anyway in terms of fasting. See with diet, like steak, eggs. Yogurts like that. That's what I pretty much live on. Like yogurt. I eat yogurt. I love yogurt. You know, yogurt and honey. Like I love it. It's for a treat, but it's like a fat burning. It's like a secret weapon, fat burning. And then obviously steak and eggs. You can't get anything healthier than that. Eggs you can eat all day long. But also he talks about supplements, and he said about magnesium. And like again, magnesium. That is magnesium and collagen. He promotes not multivitamins, magnesium and collagen, but for me, they're the most powerful two. They're the ones I take. Just like I've been taking your supplements. I'm just saying this every day. And I'll take them all. I'm starting to rattle, but I'll take them all because it does make you feel better. And it's not just saying that. When you're taking these supplements, I notice a difference. So I can notice a difference. If I haven't taken them for a few days, I notice a difference in myself. When I'm taking them, I feel better. I feel better. Definitely.
I think what's interesting as well is like multivitamins is like number one, right? And you go out and you've got a hangover, and the next day I'm like, right, let me go to Pret and get one of those little shots of lemon and make me feel better. Let me go and get a Barocca and make me feel better, right? I just take what I think should work. And for a lot of people, like a simple multivitamin, you can't digest it properly, it doesn't go into your system, you rent it, there's not enough.
It's quality and quantity of the ingredients, so getting the right and the specific types of various ingredients, because magnesium, you've got various types. The main one's oxide does absolutely nothing, so you need either citrate, glycinate, malate. There's a lot of other beneficial variations, and you need to have a good dosage of it as well. Like getting something like a Centrum, you would literally be better off eating the box and have the tablets, because it literally don't do anything. But because they're the biggest brand,
it's good marketing.
They've got the marketing budget. Everyone knows about it.
Thing that I'm doing, I'm going into. So that would obviously will tie in with us. And see, like these collagen, like shots, like pouches. I'm looking into doing that now because there's a gap in the market for that. But I mean, in the liquid forms, you know, because a lot of these other ones are, you know, you see these turmeric shots or whatever else. But I'm looking at actual like quality collagen. I don't know. I'm not gone. It's not finished yet, but this is something that I'm going to look at.
It's a passion point for you.
Yeah, right? But I'm looking to push in because I love your stuff. You know, I love that. I genuinely actually love the product. You know, and something that's why I actually take it. Ain't one of these. I think you can. Listen, you know that. I think with people, when you advertise something, if you're not bought into it, you know, like I would never advertise something that I don't actually use. You know, because. See me, I'm the worst lie. It's too obvious. They're like, fuck off, Lockie. You've been paid to do that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to buy into something. When I'm an ambassador of things now, like Muhdo, I have to be personally invested in it. You know, I think that comes across. And then when you're realistic, authentic, and genuine, people then buy into it. But health and fitness is, you know, it's a happy place for me. You know, having a balanced lifestyle. Health and fitness, not only listen, and again, having the right supplements around you, keeps you not only physically fit, mentally fit. You know, people don't realise one doesn't work without the other, does it? You know, and you need to think about, be aware of both as well.
So you're thinking of branching out slightly into longevity as well, then, with the collagen.
But tying it in with you guys. You know, tying it in, but it's more like it's only like shots. So at the minute, obviously, the Lockie's Fitness is like online coaching. That's the base. It's an online coaching platform, but let's be straight and honest. It's a very oversaturated market. You know. For me, that was always going to be the base. So people then come to me and be trained. Obviously, I've got clients that come on there, train. I give them obviously my knowledge, and it is literally that they are actually talking to me. Ain't someone else there. But then what it is, I've got the gym equipment, which is there was a gap in the market for that home gym equipment because a lot of people are working out at home now. So I'm doing that, and then I'm just about to. I had a meeting yesterday, and I'm just about to expand that as well. Also, meal preps. Nice. Again, meal preps. I want to move into that. I don't want to start again. Is what I'm trying to say. I don't want to start doing too much. But people are like, what, like, things that
You're
I
on
actually...
the lifestyle, bring it all together.
Yeah, I'm trying
right?
to bring it all, because the thing is, like, I can advertise, say, me training, the shots, with Muhdo, being an ambassador, plus then eating the meal. I could actually do it all in one post. Do you know what I'm saying? You could actually do a reel and have it all in. It all complements each other.
Yeah.
I mean, like what you said with the doctor, you were following the doctor because he was talking about your lifestyle and you picked it up. I mean, James, this is your brainchild, Timeless. So tell us about this and what does this actually do?
There's a few things, to be fair. I mean, the main thing from us, because we're an epigenetic company, and we look at how your genes are expressing and functioning and how your day-to-day life's actually affecting it. There's different processes in the body. There's called the methylation cycle, and there's the methylation, DNA methylation. So simplistically, we're trying to nourish your genes along these pathways to basically give you what you need to have on a daily basis. I mean, so I'll explain the methylation cycle in 60 seconds, or slightly less. So there's an amino acid called homocysteine. It's quite toxic if you have quite high levels, can affect your heart, high risk levels of heart attack and various other things. We need to convert that into methionine, and there's a little process, there's a path that it goes along. There's various genes and various nutrients along the way. So we've basically given you all the nutrients that you need to complete this cycle. So would I say I'm going to say I think it's probably the best longevity supplement on the market.
Yeah, I love that. I'm not saying I'll take that every day.
To be fair.
That is really good.
And we've got other ones coming along. Another one, I might as well say it, called circadian, that works with your 24-hour body clock. You've got a drink to drink during the day to keep you hydrated, electrolytes and various other things. Capsules to take in the evening to give you a good night's sleep. So we're taking care of you 24 hours a day. So that's going to be probably in the next 6 months that'll be coming out. We've got other bits and pieces that we're looking to. But the main thing for us is to hear, like you said, I love the supplements. Is there anything that people think we need to address? Or look to create, because we're about the community, really. It's not about just coming up with supplements willy-nilly. What would you like to see?
I'd like to say collagen.
Collagen,
yeah. Collagen from use. Collagen.
We've actually got that. Our protein's coming out in the next 4 months.
Yeah, protein would be good
protein,
as well.
collagen combined with
that. Oh, really? Yeah, of course, because collagen is a protein. Yeah. No, I think that's amazing. I'm not just saying that. That is something that I will make sure I take every day.
Yeah.
But I think collagen's the only thing See, I know you were talking about creatines. I'm. Sometimes I find creatine bloats.
Depends how much you take, and depends the reason why you need to take it. The reason why we're talking about creatine isn't from a gym perspective. Creatine, from a genetic and epigenetic point of view, with this methylation cycle, if you take creatine, your body doesn't have to work hard to create it. Yeah. So you can free up the energy to do other things. You only need to take a little bit, for like 5 grams, and that would be all you need. You don't need to do 20 grams if you're going to the gym. So it's a dosage-dependent nutrient.
Yeah. That's another supplement that this doctor talks about taking, but it's known again. It's like this brand, I only found out about this brand, say, 6 months ago.
Yeah.
And then obviously now we're I'm an ambassador of the brand, which I love, but that goes back to say this is like the top quality, but it's hard for people to find. You got to understand as well, like, it's hard for people to find top quality brands. Now, I've tried loads of brands, so I believe in this. Of course, that's why we're here. But people are influenced by influencers. So if I was endorsing, like, see me personally, I won't endorse something that I don't believe in. Whereas other influencers, when they're getting paid, they will endorse whatever. So then their followers then tap into that and believe in that. So everyone thinks they're taking the best supplements, even though
of course.
And I think what's different with us is that we are completely backed by science. We work with the likes of Oxford University, King's College to prove this out. And James and Chris, you've just actually had a paper published.
Yeah, our first peer-reviewed paper actually supporting our biological age clock. So it's been peer-reviewed now. And we're a science company that wanted to produce world-class supplements. It's not. We're just a supplement company. We've got 8 years of being a science company before we brought the products out.
And James, if you take this for a year, remind me what Chris said.
It's about for every year that you take this, you'll get 1.4 months back. Yeah,
you're lengthening your life. 1.4 months.
So I'm going to be taking it for life now. You know, I just think, like you just said, it'd be nice to see other supplements added to it as well. Because I'm taking your supplements and I'm taking a few other supplements from other brands now. And again, they haven't got the backing. They haven't got you behind them. And then you're like, you're constantly, chopping or changing, or you're looking into things. It's so many brands out there.
You're drowning.
It's difficult. In the end, you just think,
And so I guess the journey is like, what we want is people to take a DNA test, take an epigenetic test, find out what their base level is, right? Understand where your DNA is, your blueprint. Then start taking Timeless, right? Get that base level up. Start seeing you start feeling better. You start understanding it. Our app's got an AI health coach in it, which gives you all the information to question the 100.
That's really unique. I mean, it's,
how many reports in there, James?
Oh, there's about 180, I think.
180 genetic.
I mean, if you went through it and spent time reading it, it's going to take you a while. And some people like to really geek out, which is fine.
Yeah.
But before this, we were doing a lot of consultations, and obviously one-on-one consultations with people takes a lot of time up.
Yeah.
So bringing out Macy that can interpret all the genetic results, and it's basically your AI genetic health coach in your pocket, just saves so much time.
Yeah. And she'll be able to say, right, James, you're back in Dubai, you're getting a much higher level of exposure to vitamin D. You could reduce what you're taking. Now you've turned up in the grey area of London, you might need to up that. So what we want is we want customers to take the DNA test, take the epigenetic test, find out where they're at, start taking Timeless, bring the level up, and then it will start showing you where you're deficient and what supplements to add to your kind of routine. We don't want people to just rent supplements, basically.
Exactly,
We want people to take things that will actually work. And when you retest with epigenetics, you'll be able to see the changes in your actual body from a biological age, as well as you should be able to start feeling it. And then, like you said, Maisie, I've been out on the lash last night. What should I be eating today? What should I be doing today? She'll give you all that information, but it's all backed up by independent and peer-reviewed papers to say, this is fact. This isn't just another influencer or another Dr. Google.
It's not generic either. It's
genetic.
There
we go.
Played it nicely.
No pun.
Brilliant. Yeah.
But that's what people want. I think education, like I said.
Yeah.
You know, look, we've all been here. We've had a drink. The next day you wake up, you've eaten a load of shit, but then you feel 10 times worse. Especially me, like I said, with the intolerances, I feel worse not only in myself, but it's actually my stomach. It's painful. You know. But I think if people got education and they know exactly what to eat. Like nothing, they can have a burger. You can listen. There's things you can swap around. You can have a healthy burger. You can have a healthy pizza now. Like there is things you can swap things. You know, if you are going to have that cheat or that thing the next day. But I think education's the key thing. And more people need to get tested. The thing again is like people don't, especially men, don't like going to the doctor, do they?
Of course,
but if you're getting tested, say for to see what your diet, what you can eat in your diet, and also what's in your DNA, you know, because that's a game changer. That's basically giving you the blueprint. So you're sitting there, rather than sitting there and have someone who, again, it's just an educated guess. Other people, you know, whether it's like a PT or even these dietitians, like they are, a lot of them it's just educated guesses.
But that's what I did for years. But the longer you've been doing it, you get better at the guessing, but you're still guessing until you see some blood work or some other diagnostics.
This is a hack.
It's biohacking.
Yeah, it is exactly. So doing this, obviously, I was excited about taking it. Anyway, you know how excited I was when I come on board because I love the product. But people need to understand that they need to do this. This is the other problem as well. Like people put a price on health. Of course you should not. You should do. They'll go out and do a round of tequila. I mean a round of shots. Do 50 quid or whatever. But then when it goes to the gym membership, they won't pay that. Especially men. Like men are better. Women are better. I think women are a lot better. Like they will sign up. They will subscribe. Like you better do subscriptions, and they will subscribe to the brand. Whereas men, they won't. You know, if they've had to they have a month off here, a month off there, they get an Ibiza. Like that's it. Well. Fuck with do you mean? Fuck the health, but they shouldn't be doing that. If that should be the priority. You know, Ibiza should be second. But I think that comes with age, maybe with men. I don't know.
I could be right.
I don't know. But you say that, but then my dad, again, my dad is very when you're set in your ways, it's very hard. You've got to lay foundations. The reason why I've always been in shape because I've always trained since from a young age. You know, but with people not like that and they're not always been health conscious. It's difficult. You see people in later life like they're like 40, like they've got had a health scare.
And then it's too late.
It's not too late. It's not too late. Of course, like doing something's always going to help, but prevention is a lot more powerful.
Healthcare.
So start young. Even with your kids, like people in this, especially in this country, I think like in America it's a lot better because America is a lot more. See for the kids, it's very much. Sport. Over here is education. Like, don't get me wrong, there should be a balance, you know, because sports. It's right. No point just being the smartest. But like, there's so many people I know that are so clever, they've made so much money, but their health's so bad. So they've got all this money, or whether they got money or not, but they get to a point, and you know, you can't enjoy your life because you're limited, whether you're obese or whatever it might be. But being fit and healthy doing some sort of sports, whether it's running, swimming, whatever it is, weights.
Even just walking, like you said.
Walking, listen, getting your 10K steps in. I always preach this on my socials, but getting your 10K steps in is a life hack, is a game changer. People don't realise walking, like people, it's just at work, walk up the stairs. Don't get me wrong, if you're in a massive block, of course, in a massive tower, you can't, but I mean, just walking upstairs or walking, people drive. Like I used to walk even when I was, wherever I've been, I've always walked to the gym. The gym might be a mile or a couple of kilometres, but I would walk. Yeah. That's where
there
people
is that
jump in the
thing,
car.
right? Sometimes, like, I see people drive to a gym, they live 10 minutes around the corner to go and get on a treadmill to walk. And
it's mad, But people make excuses, like wherever you are in the world, like in Dubai, everyone's like, it's too hot. I go to the mall, I walk around the mall. That's what I've been doing. I've been walking around the mall. I'm in the mall every day walking around because it's so cool there. And you're just doing the laps on the phone, still working. People which make excuses are like, it's like when people only do cardio in the summer. But summer bodies are made in the winter. You need to be doing cardio in the winter, But you try and tell people this, and they're like, "How are you in such good shape?" Well, they're always looking, thinking you're either doing this or you're doing that. Oh, he's done that. Oh, he's definitely on that. Or making presumptions.
Of course,
But look, that's part and parcel. But ultimately, it doesn't matter what you think, and you can have opinions about other people. No one's going to come and rescue you if you want to live a better lifestyle. I'm not a fan of who doesn't want a beach body. Yes, it's all right being fit. Like, I get people, as you all know this as well. I'm going off on one now, aren't I? But you'll get, I want to rant. But you'll get people like they go, oh, this, they can run this 5K and whatever. Yeah. Amazing. But to be honest, who gives a fuck? Like, I can lift, I can bench this. Who gives a fuck? Like, what are you going to go on down? Like, listen, you're telling me aesthetically, that is visual. People see, like, they buy into things with their eyes. You know what I'm saying? So people are like magpies, aren't they? They buy into things. So you can't. Not anyone that says, "Oh, I don't look like that," or they make things. Everyone wants to be aesthetic.
No one wants to do the work to do it.
No, of course, no one wants. But the diet is the key to that. Diet.
And I think what we're trying to do is say, right, here's the biohack. Here's the hack. Don't waste your time. Right, we're going to give you the right information. It's not guesswork. This is.
Plus, you don't want to go down a pathway that you don't need to go down.
But that's what I'm saying. This is why I'm saying get tested to people because. Rather than sitting in and do a year, so say for instance, before obviously Muhdo's a new product. Before I've trained all my life. It's taken me a lifetime to realise what works for me, what doesn't. And I'm still learning now. And I'm still going to learn more in the next couple of weeks. We're giving you a hack here. Go and it's a cheat code. Go and do it. Do a Muhdo test. You're sweet. You've done a cheat code. Like you haven't wasted 10 years,
and you've probably saved. More money than the cost of the kit in wasting supplements and buying stuff that doesn't work. And
but people don't. You just want to shake people sometimes. I'm like, what's the matter with you?
I know.
Yeah, of course. And it's not always listening to these big brands. It's listening to the brand. It's the key brands backed by people like James.
Sure. No, completely.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go.
By James. Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, the lawsuit's coming up.
Exactly. Nice one. Lovely.
All right. Cool. Well, what's the time? Oh God.
3 minutes.
So maybe we just do we'll just do like a little exit bit.
Oh, you're done, yeah?
Yeah, I think so. We can just.
If you're happy.
Yeah. And then we can just say, I'll just ask you about Lucky Fitness and what you're doing with that. You can get that into it. And then if you can just do like a, get 10% off, use the code Lucky, get 20% off, use the code Lucky.
Yeah.
And anything else we should cover?
I don't think so, mate. I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Yeah. I think got a 10-minute rant from me.
That's all good, mate.
Yeah, that's good though.
Fucking me just going off.
It's a bit of like
he's on one again.
Bit of clickbait, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, I can't think of it. I think we've done everything.
Yeah.
I think so, as far as I can remember.
Listen, I'm just saying, I'm around anyway. We can keep coming. I can do whatever you haven't covered today. We can keep because we want to do one after, really, don't we? We want to, we'll do one of these.
Probably after. When are you going home or back to
I'm not gonna. See, Dubai was never going to be my home. I think it's very superficial. It's a lot of it's
adult Disney.
It's not as you can get carried away. I've seen a lot of people go out there and lose fortunes, and it's not as safe and not as what it is. It's like
when you tell people about the amount of
obviously we can't put this out. I'll never be allowed back in the country.
Extracurricular activities that go on there, and everyone's I thought Dubai, you get your hand chopped off for that.
No, mate. They just don't let you know about it.
Yeah,
but obviously again we can't put that in there. But I'll be out there. I'll be getting fucking locked up.
It's interesting, the collagen thing. Like me and my missus, we stayed in the Delano hotel the other month.
Yeah.
And in the minibar, instead of alcohol, there was
collagen
supplements,
shots.
collagen shots.
Okay.
They're massive. One thing I do like about Dubai, they're very health conscious.
Yeah.
Very health. Like there's so many fitness brands out there, but it's not at the minute. It's not too oversaturated.
Yeah.
It will be like, but they're very health conscious, which I think is really good. You know, but again, it's like people are trying to go over there because of certain reasons, but they run away from saying it's not sustainable. It's like, you know, it's if you're super rich and you go have places around the world, like something in Europe, something here, and then something in Dubai, amazing. You know, but I couldn't go out there permanently, you know. I couldn't go out there permanently. I was out there for 9 months. Okay. But it's very good for business-minded people. There's a lot of very, you know.
And it's easy to get up when the sun's shining, isn't it?
Of course, like, of course. No, listen, I'm not. Again, but listen, I do miss London. I do miss, you know.
The seasons.
Yes, I don't know about the rain, but
I don't know about the rain.
I did like see yesterday. You know, when I come back and it was a little bit cold yesterday. That was nice. It was nice. Having this,
it's refreshing.
Yeah, and see at the minute out in Dubai, it is unbearable. Like everything's aircon, and aircons they've got some aircon units are another level. You know, like blizzards when you go into. But it's another level. Like unless you're sitting around a pool, you couldn't walk about in that heat. It's unbearable. Even when you do become a little bit acclimatized. Like today, I've come back. I've got a jacket. It's hot. I've got a jacket with me because I felt a bit cold.
And you were getting ready to walk into a mall where it's going to be freezing.
Yes,
again,
exactly. Yeah.
So James, you've launched Lucky Fitness. Seems like a massive opportunity for people to revolutionise their life. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Lucky Fitness, it come about. It was trying to, again, I see a lot of people coming to me. People always ask me before I even got into like personal training and, you know, Lucky's Fitness with the products and stuff. People always asking me for tips anyway. And I was endorsing all these products. So, like I said to you before, a lot of the products I was endorsing at a point I didn't always believe in. Yeah. And then I felt like, see, for me, you know, people follow you because they believe in you, you know, and you've got to respect them. It's like you've got to respect them for following, you know, and appreciate their following you. So when you're giving them a gimmick or a lie that you've just been paid for, you know what I'm saying, he started to wear a bit thin with me. So I've come away, you know, I stopped doing most of the endorsements. Only brands that I believe in, like Muhdo, that I would actually be an ambassador for. And then I created my own brand, which is obviously Lucky's Fitness, so I can tap into people and tap into the problems I kept getting asked time and time again in terms of workout, what do I do? And like I said, with the workouts that I do from my online coaching, it's generic. It's tailored for the person, but what I'm trying to say is more generic in the sense you're not scrutinised for things. You're not scrutinised. And also it taps into people whether you can get to the gym or whether you can go at home workouts. A lot of the stuff I do is the home gym, Lucky's Fitness, like the home workout stuff where it's, you know, Pilates, like gym mats, the bands, or you got, you know, adjustable dumbbells, running machines, walking machines. You know, it's all stuff that taps into everyone for whatever, you know. Some people are too busy to go to the gym, aren't they? So whether you get up, you know, first thing in the morning, you know, whether you're taking the kids to school or you're going to work, you can get on the walker, you know, get on a treadmill. I've got one of them other things, like the just like, I can't think what they're called, like just the walking machine. Yeah, so you just get on that, just getting your steps in there. So there's no excuses, you know. People can't, you know, they don't get, you know, sometimes these people in the offices, they don't get a lunch break. But then you can get them. I've got people.
I've got one under my desk.
Yes, they've got them in the office, and you've got them. You can attach a laptop to the walkers. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So you can get your steps in, and still be on a laptop or still be on a phone. So you're tapping into. I'm trying to tap into everyone, you know, so it appeals to everyone because there's no excuses for anyone to not be in shape. So that's the Lucky's Fitness, like the foundation from that. I'd like to eventually, with that, go into like wellness retreats and other things as well, which is, I sort of tapped into it before, but where you're not only tapping into the fitness side of things, you're tapping into like the mental side of things as well. You know, so it becomes like a holistic camp. So having life coaches there with people to talk to, you're doing, and it's not about doing rigorous training. You know, like I said to you, the difference with me, with my training, I'm not sitting there making you run or do this. It's like, doing basic cardio, doing walks, doing uphill walks. Like literally, you still walk, like having your walks, just doing uphill walk and doing that for 10 minutes. You ain't got to sit there and I ain't going to try and kill the clients, you know, because it's training smart, not hard, you know, and that is a true factor. That also ties into the eating side of things. So with the diet, I swap a few things around. Like I do my fasting, but whether you can fast or you can't, not everyone can fast. So it's swapping things around and being able to, you know, eat the foods that you love, you know, in a balanced diet. That's key. You know,
so you're adapting this to like everyone's lifestyle, right? So anyone that can get involved in it, it doesn't matter if you're working 24/7, you're a warrior or a warrior, you're a night owl or a dolphin.
But it's making it appealing as well because it's appealing to us because we live a healthy lifestyle. It's always been in us. But see, to someone, even my dad, he likes to overindulge with certain foods. So you need to make it appealing to them, because like someone like that who's old school, trying to convince them to go into a healthy lifestyle and just, you know, cut everything out. They're like, fuck that. I want to enjoy, it's my life. I want to enjoy it. Exactly. But if you show them how to incorporate it, so it's a part of a balanced, you know, lifestyle, then it makes it a lot more appealing. I've got my dad now, so I've been living with him. I've been putting him on the diet, and he's now, you know, or like, you know, not about calling it a diet, because a diet as a word I don't like. It's like a healthy like meal plans, you know. Yeah. But getting him on that, it's even himself. He's feeling better straight away. I've been with him. When he's eating healthier, he's feeling better in himself. You know, also going to the gym with him every day, instead of going there just doing random stuff or going super heavy. You know, going too heavy as well, especially when you're getting a bit older. My dad's 60. You're prone to injury. You know, whether you're 60 or whether you're young, why are you going to go and injure yourself in the gym? And then you know, you could put yourself out of work, or it causes you problems. It's going to cause you problems in one aspect or another. It's just showing people that you can still, you know, be healthy, be fit, but train that little bit lighter, you know, or eat that little bit less, or have that meal on a certain day. You know, if you want to have a cheat meal, have a cheat meal. If you want to have a cheat day, have a cheat day. It's cool, it's fine. Like, be more relaxed about it is what I'm getting at. So I'm looking to move into meal preps as well very soon. And then again, like I said, the other thing I was looking into was the shots as well, because, and that would tie in well with Muhdo, but because there's a gap there. And again, if you've got a quality, there's nothing of quality out there at the minute. There's a gap in the market for that. So yeah.
I mean, we were at an event a couple of weeks ago, and it was the majority of the gym industry, and they were saying that huge chains in America are destroying basketball courts to put wellness areas into their gym, right? And you think like basketball in America, huge. They're literally wiping it out for hot and cold plunging, different classes. They're looking at free weights and stuff and saying these aren't being used. People are going to do Pilates and do you know, mindfulness things.
I do still think weights though, it's like it's not forgetting. It's not like, again, it's incorporating things. But see the weights, the heavyweights, you don't need to be doing these silly dumbbells. Like you need slow that. But the thing is, again, it's internet fads. If they follow certain people or follow their old heroes like Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the day, everyone wanted to. You want to look as a kid, you know, Van Damme, Arnie. You want to look like them. So you think you're in there. You're not. Listen, you don't. We're not a fitness. We're not a bodybuilder. You know, I think look, if that's you, fine. But I mean, I think like even for me personally, I've been through that phase. When I was that heavy, I was uncomfortable. It's a lot of weight to carry around. I didn't look great on camera, and so that's why I come away from it anyway. But I feel a lot better. So they've sort of made me come away from it. Like, literally, you look too big. I look like a monster compared to all the other cars. But coming away from it, I feel a lot better myself when I'm leaner. I feel better, fitter. Mix it up, mixing with some weights. Sometimes full bodies, sometimes splits, sometimes the cardio. But with the cardio I do, like I said, is uphill walks, uphill sprints, or on the bike. I like that. Or like I said, or just getting the 10k, 20k steps in a day. For me, that is the best antidepressant that money can't buy. You don't even need money for it. You know, that's
I guess it's just changing things up, keeping things fresh.
Yeah, but not overthinking. Because people, that's what I'm trying to say. What puts people off the gym, education. They think they've got to be in there doing sprints, running 10Ks. No, you haven't got to be doing that. And with your diet, it ain't got to be eating just a salad. You know, I eat a lot. I eat loads of food. I'm sure you two boys do as well. I actually eat more, eating healthy, eating regular. But it's eating the right foods. That's what the education people don't get that. And you can have a treat, a chocolate. Why not swap that chocolate for a bit of dark chocolate? Some people don't like dark chocolate. We'll swap it for something else, or have that cheat. If you want a chocolate bar, have it. You know, but they don't have to go the next day in the gym and kill yourself. Again, just doing uphill instead of walking or running. For an actual fat burn, listen, running, you know yourself, is cardiovascular. You're building, you're getting fitter. Just slow down, put the treadmill on a level 10 incline. That's a fat burning hack. That's what bodybuilders do to get in shape. You know, that's the key. That's the number one thing that bodybuilders do to drop weight for a competition. You know.
And I suppose any of the Lockie Fitness customers get access to this type of information.
Of course, that's what I mean. So when you're talking to someone, as we are as friends, and you're very casual about it, and you're not regimented, don't get me wrong, you've got to be disciplined. It's down to you. You've got to be disciplined still, but you can be disciplined and you can still, curve off or bend the rules sometimes. Listen, I'm not. Like I said, I go out, I overindulge. I could drink. That's the other brand. Of course, I've got the tequila brand, Syrah, which is just launched, and that's about to go everywhere very, very soon. But it complements, it all is part of something, and it's all relaxed, because if it's not relaxed, it doesn't fit into your lifestyle, you're never going to enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to do it. It's not sustainable. You know, people have to enjoy being fit and healthy. I know, obviously, people in hindsight, they like, I know if I'm fitter and healthier, I'm going to look better, feel better, you'd be more productive. But it's getting from just making that adapt. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, awesome. All right, so James, you're going to take a test. You've been taking the supplements for a little while now, and then we're going to come back in a few weeks, see where we're at.
Give me 6 months to live.
Don't we get Dr. Doom in?
Sorry, boys.
And we'll see your results. We'll talk to the community, speak to everyone, and
I can't wait.
Put a plan together.
I can't wait. Yeah. No, I'm excited. Or apprehensive as well. Let's see what happens.
You shouldn't be scared about it, right?
No, not at all.
There's nothing in there that's going to be
there's
like,
nothing
oh
scary.
my God.
It will come back all red.
Yeah. I mean, we've all got strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
Just in my opinion, knowing your weaknesses, you can then act on them. But why would you do this through life?
Of course.
Yeah.
But some people ain't like that.
No, I know.
They don't. They'd rather, especially men, they don't want to know. It's like you don't go to the doctor.
Yeah, ostrich.
But with this, you can speak to Maisie, which is our AI health coach. So if there's something that you don't feel comfortable speaking to someone about, you've got something there, right?
Yeah.
And you're not going to go like. Anytime I'm sick or my missus is sick, Google, boom, cancer, dead, dying.
Yeah.
This you can ask it questions, you can relate to it.
Yeah.
It speaks to you like a human as well.
Yeah.
It's not been designed to be like.
I think that's key for men, where it's personalised, so they haven't got to go anywhere. They can go on their phone. You know, everyone, again, especially men, it's laziness. It's just they want it at a tap of, a tap of their fingers. You know, they just want to go on somewhere, have it.
Tell me what to do.
Exactly.
Let me go.
Yeah. No, but I think that's gonna game changer.
Yeah, awesome. Well, mate, thanks for your time today.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Man.
And we'll see you in a couple
Can't wait
of weeks.
to get the test done.
Yeah. And let's go.
What's happening, guys? So go and check out Muhdo, and also remember to use my discount code LOCKY for 20% off.